We in the building.
We are in the building.
Yep. Welcome back. This is I did it again. Layers of the culture. Layers of the culture. LTC. Layers of the culture.
Yes, sir.
Episode 12. This is your host, Howie. And my man.
Kurt, what's up, y'all?
What's going on? How was your week, sir?
My week was good, man. I can't complain. For me, I'm a pretty organized person, so my weeks tend to go the same way, Went and saw the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine. So that was kind of the highlight of my week. Outside of that, it's just a regular old punching the clock, working a job.
Yeah,
but
facts.
Did you get to see the movie yourself?
No, not yet. Being Chris, you know what I'm saying? We'll probably see it this weekend. But I heard really good things about it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
That's what's up. But other than that, man, my week was good, man. I can't complain. I'm still here, just doing my thing. Got my little Deadpool shirt on, so But how about you? How's things been for you?
It's been all right. Can't complain. Got 2 jobs going. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally. I don't know if I told everybody this, but I'm finally working on something that I, want to push towards. So I'm enjoying that. I'm, pretty much fixing computers and working with my hands and stuff. So I'm happy with that. I'm still at my other job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Things are good, man. Hey, all praises due. You know what I'm saying? Not to get all, religious and stuff, but real talk. All praise due to the Most High, man, for because, man, listen, man, not that I've been through a lot, but it's been some challenging things, So
hey, I get it, man.
Yeah, man, I'm working on it. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. A lot of, not to ramble on, a lot of people, my age, a lot of people your age, which we're going to get into that shortly. A lot they ain't here with us. So
yeah,
man, definitely. Every day above ground, I'm thankful because it ain't promised to you. Again, not getting religious, not like, oh, you got it. No, I'm just telling you, just real shit. This can be over like that. So I'm just thankful every day.
That's what's up,
above
man.
ground. So yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. So again, this is episode 12, and we got a few things to talk about. So we appreciate y'all checking us out yet another week. We try to do the show every couple of weeks. So we took last week off.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, episode 12. So let's go ahead and jump into a few things. Let's start off with some R.I.Ps, man. We lost a couple of people in the hip hop community. Of course, maybe everybody knows, maybe they don't, but veteran DJ Polo, formerly known from R.I.P and Polo, passed away. I want to say he passed away on the 27th of July, but I'm not 100% sure on the date. And then we also lost the veteran rapper Chino XL. I believe he passed away on the 29th. Sorry about the feedback in the mic. But yeah, both of them will definitely be heavily remembered.
Yeah.
DJ Polo and R.I.P, man, they were a big stamp on hip hop in the late 80s. And Polo, I believe he was working at the radio station now.
Actually, he came to 102 at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Back in when the 99 Summer Jam came out. Yeah, Polo used to do the 20-minute workout, man. It's a loss for hip hop, but it's also a loss for local, people that can actually remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To get somebody like Polo to
right,
man, yo, that was huge. So yeah, man.
And it's one of those things. I think he was working maybe at Hot 97 or one of those Power 105s, right before he passed. So he was doing one of those types of radio stations, and he'll definitely be remembered, man, because his scratching was dope. A lot of people don't really pay attention to that, but back in the 80s, I always checked out everybody who had a DJ, whether it was Jazzy Jeff, Polo, Mr. C, all of them. I was like, always trying to clock what they was doing on the album because I didn't want it to always be about the rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wanted
facts.
to give credit to the DJ.
Facts.
So, you know, he did his thing. And then we, of course, lost Chino XL. I believe he had just turned 50.
Wow.
And I don't know about Polo. I'm sure he was somewhere in that area, but Chino XL, I know for a fact he just turned 50.
Yeah, didn't we shout out a birthday to him like the last time, didn't we?
Yeah, because he just had a birthday.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know what his age was, but he just had a birthday. So, but yeah, man. So you know, both of them will be heavily remembered, man, because Chino XL, he was a dope lyricist. I will say I didn't heavily buy like his albums. So he wasn't like my top 5 or anything like that, but I loved his lyricism, and I think he was underrated. You know what I mean? I think he was definitely underrated. So,
like I was in the car with you, you know, in the car I talked about you. Talked with you rather this morning. Like I I went back and listened to because the first time I heard Chino XL was the anthem on the Sway and Tech and DJ Revolution, This or That album.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something right now. Rap today is cool. I respect the rap and everything. I respect, you know, what everybody's doing, these young cats. I respect it. And I hate to go all KRS-One, but if you want to listen to some real hip hop, like the way that shit really supposed to be, that Sway and Tech album, DJ Revolution, This or That. Listen.
Most definitely.
Listen. So like I said, the anthem is what I, you know, was what I was familiar with him with. Yeah. And then also on that same album, he actually held his own with Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap. Cool G Rap killed it though. Chino was just there, and I'm with you. Like I wasn't like the biggest Chino fan. I'm not gonna cap like I was, but at the same time, like when he did a performance, it was undeniable that this man was, you know what I'm saying? So
he was on records with some of the best.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, that anthem song, you know, was chock full of, you know, icons on there. And like you said, Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane. And ironically, he was just on Rakim's new album.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, damn, he was just on the Rakim album.
Yep. So, and I think I would like for us to do maybe an album review of that for our next episode.
Yeah, definitely. Because I definitely want to, and I probably need to listen to it again.
Yeah.
And then we can actually, matter of fact, I tell you what, maybe if it ain't super busy next Wednesday, that's what we might do. Just, well, fuck it. Anyway, we lost something. Right. But anyway, let's plan to do an album review that Wednesday since it's our break, and we'll kind of just go through the tracks. Okay. And you know, because I want to do that also with the Common and Pete Rock album. Okay. It won't be this coming up Wednesday, obviously, but you know, but yeah, definitely the Rakim album because just to talk about it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't what I expected. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't what I expected. But it's still a good project. I don't want to, you know,
definitely.
So, but anyway.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and give DJ Polo and Chino XL a moment of silence just to pay our respects.
Yep.
All right. Thank y'all for doing that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Just want to pay our respects. So you want to talk any more about Chino XL or anything like that?
Yeah, other than like, you know, a lot of people too, I'm not gonna say I heard of his name on the Tupac disc, but it was like years later.
Yeah.
But then I actually heard the freestyle he put against Tupac. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious.
He went hard.
That last line's like, Tupac is country like them country and backwards like them some niggas or something. The way he said it, and everybody's like, oh shit. Yeah. So, But yeah, they used to come. They were kind of like together. They were kind of coming up from what I understand, and then I guess they had some type of disagreement. I have to go back into history.
I honestly don't even know, man.
Yeah.
When it happened in real time, I remember because he did the freestyle, like you said, but there was another disc before that, where he initially mentioned Tupac's name, and I think it might have been something about him going to jail and possibly getting raped. He made like a light joke about that, and so that was like the early '90s. Like the anthem, I think came out around '99.
Yeah,
but the disc was somewhere around 93 or 94.
Yeah, I think it was like that. Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of going back and forth. And, I don't think he was trying to like hate on Tupac in a way like I would have a physical altercation with you. I think he was just more so just throwing a little jab out there just to be lyrical. And, and he probably didn't think it would go that far. And, Tupac probably wouldn't have gone any further because Tupac just threw a jab back at him, Chino XL, FU2 and all that. I think that was the extent of what Pac had to say about him, that was it. So it probably wouldn't have went anywhere, but I don't know the origin of it. I don't know if it was just Chino XL just being lighthearted and throwing a jab, or like you said, if they had some history or whatever. But he was definitely an underrated lyricist.
Oh, facts.
So, but anyway, I didn't really have anything else to say about either one of them. I just wanted to make sure we took a moment and, paid our respects, man, because they will be missed, man.
Yes, yeah.
So, you want to get into what? The birthdays?
Yeah, we got to get into birthdays.
All right, let's do that. So, we'll pick up on July 28th. On July 28th, we have my man, Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy.
Tell him. Yes, sir. We also had Afro Man on that same day. Remember him? And then I got high. And then also on the same day, Mac Main. Right. So happy birthday to them. On the 29th, we have my man Danger Mouse, super producer.
All right.
And also Big DS from Onyx. Happy birthday to him. I don't know the full story on how they all broke up, but I know that I want to say he left the group. I think it was like creative differences back in the early 90s or whatever. But anyway, on the 30th of July, we got my man, Brother Ali. And also MC Trouble. Rest in peace to her.
Yep.
On July 31st, which is today that we're taping, is Little Uzi Vert. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, sir.
Coming up on August 1st, we got Coolio. We got Chuck D. We got Professor Griff. And we got Rampage. Dang. You know what I mean? Rampage is what? Busta Rhymes' cousin?
Brother. I thought it was a brother.
Is it brother? Okay, I knew it was one of those. So yeah, he's Busta Rhymes' brother. So it's a lot of people on August 1st.
Man,
coming up, let's see, on August 3rd, we got DJ Spinderella from Salt and Pepper. We got DJ Sub Rock from KMD and MF Doom. Happy birthday and rest in peace to him because he passed away in the early 90s.
Yep.
We also got Miss Jade, who represents Philly. Dope female lyricist. If y'all have never heard of her, y'all need to go check her out because she was putting on for Philly in the early days. So coming up on the 4th of August, sorry about all this feedback. I don't know why my mic is doing that.
Hot.
All right, so coming up on August 4th, we got Bobby Shmurda. We got Yo. We got Professor X, the overseer from X Clan too, and I believe he passed away, so rest in peace.
This is protected by the red, the black, and the green. And
with the
key.
Don't cancel it.
Yeah, I was about to say, look, that was his drop.
Right.
That's why I was like, yeah, let me pull back.
Right. So
that was his thing.
But coming up on August 5th, one of my best friends, Ahmad, he has a birthday coming up, so happy birthday to you.
Shout out.
We've been friends for 25 plus years.
Man. Oh, that's what's up, man.
Probably pushing 30 right now.
That's what's up.
Also on the same day, MCA, rest in peace. That's Adam Yop from Beastie Boys. Funkmaster Flex on the same day, and Big Bank Hank.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him. On August 6th, we got my man Freeway, who also represents Philly, and Fat Man Scoop. Happy birthday to them. On August 7th, we got Gangsta Boo. Rest in peace to her. August 8th, we got the legend, Cool Mo D. You know what I mean? And y'all can argue me down all y'all want to, but he won that battle between him and LL Cool J. I don't care what nobody say. I'm standing on that one. So we gonna have to argue about that.
What you talking about? What in the world? You rhyme like Shirley Pearl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coming up on August 9th, we got Curtis Blow. Yes, sir. We got Mac 10 on the same day and Dub C.
Wow.
So we got two from the West Side Connection.
Yep.
So that's it for my birthday. So happy birthday to all of them.
Shout out.
Sir.
Salute.
Let me throw out some music real quick, some new music. So got a few things. My man Conway is on the song with Elzai called 212. Busta Rhymes just dropped a new song today. I just saw the video for it called Tings.
All right.
There's a guy named Ralph Supera who also did a song with Conway. He seems like he's got a foreign accent. I think he might be Indian, but I'm not 100%. But so he does his thing, and then Conway comes in, does a verse, hard as fuck. So and then let me see here. Oh, the song's called Rolling Thunder. BG did a song with Birdman, so he trying to make this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Back in the Field.
Okay.
There's a group called Achino who did a song with Eric Sermon called Turn It Up. And that's dope. Y'all should go out there and check that out. It's got a real dope beat, boom bap type. Lupe Fiasco, he just dropped his album Samurai. And one of the singles he did was called Number One Headband, which is pretty dope. I mean, Lupe, he's one of them. I mean, he's like a samurai with the lyrics. You know what I mean? You got to give this man, he's underrated. A lot of the younger generation may not know him, but he's heavily underrated even by some of the older generation. Sometimes I'm not really into his beats as much, but the lyrics always on point.
Dang, he got the cannabis effect, huh?
Right.
Got the bad beats.
You don't want me to shine.
Yeah. Lyrically, I can eat anybody up, you know what I'm saying? The cannabis.
Yes, sir. Also, Smith and Wesson coming back. They got a song called 50-50.
Okay.
So shout out to them. My man Corday did a song featuring Lil Wayne. It's called Saturday Mornings. That's dope. Crooked and Joel, they released a new song called Rap Music. So, they doing their thing. So, I'm still mad that Slaughterhouse thing happened, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So that is it for my music. Just wanted to throw a few things out there. I think I covered everything. So you want to get into the question of the day?
Yeah, let's do the question of the day.
All right, go for it.
What makes a rapper the greatest of all time?
Yeah, that's a good question, man, because a lot of people want to take that GOAT title, but, there's certain things. It's more than just rapping. You got to have, things like longevity. You know what I mean? I think that's important to be able to say I consistently was this good. I didn't have a peak here, and I was whack as hell here, shit like that. But I do think that there's several things you have to, incorporate into that. And I know longevity for me is one. Lyricism, you got to be, able to say, I can stand up against pretty much any other rapper. You know what I mean? I don't know. What else would you throw in there when it comes to that?
So, reason why I pose this question, I want to shout out King Curtis because I want to give credit. But the reason why I asked that question, he had this clip of a Family Feud, and I think it went around, and it was basically who was the greatest rapper of all time, and threw up answers, and people like put up J. Cole, Kendrick, Jay-Z, who was like the last person on the list.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's embarrassing. And then they had trying to think who else. But the people who did make the list, they what was it? They pretty much like these questions weren't really directed towards us.
Right.
Like hip hop heads.
Yeah.
It was directed to people that's, in them
culture.
Yeah, they in them cornfields,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, rule, you know what I'm saying? They don't, you know, man, I'll tell you something. I heard some bibbity bop the other day.
Right.
Yeah, they probably, you know what I'm saying?
That guy Soulja Boy, he's pretty
good. Yeah, pretty much. So, but yeah, like, so they had Snoop as the number one answer.
Wow.
Over Tupac.
Wow.
Okay. But now I will say this. And let me say this to be clear, because I don't want people to be like, man, nah. Do I think Snoop is the greatest rapper of all time? Probably not. However, the argument can be made if you put these metrics in. Listen, Snoop was that nigga in 94, 93, 94, 95. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Snoop was that dude. Absolutely. Snoop, I mean, shit, you had giants like Notorious B.I.G. talking about we trying to move units like Snoop. Exactly. So, come on, man. So Snoop was that dude. Yeah. He, you know, the Dog Father, which I know it wasn't like his best, you know, that was probably like one of his weaker chinks in his armor, but I still think that's a good album. I mean, you know, it was still Snoop Dogg. It wasn't Doggy style Snoop Dogg, right? But it was, you know, he was trying to morph into the Dog Father. When he went to No Limit, you know what I'm saying, he started getting things together, and you know, with Master P made him more of a, you know, with him, he kind of built him around and made him more of a brand, and now we got this guy pretty much hosting the Olympics. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, I mean, as far as like brand, longevity, I mean, and then too, I will say this too about Snoop. He's very versatile. You know what I'm saying? Snoop is one of the few MCs or rappers, you know what I'm saying, that you can put him on a posse cut with like, let's say like a Nas, a Cool G Rap, you know, Kane, like them monsters. But he can also do the modern stuff, the pop stuff. He can do that. He's very, very malleable. And you know what I'm saying? And people still love him. That's the cool thing about it. Like when we were talking about, I think a couple of episodes ago, when we were talking about artists to work with, I said, yeah, I would work with Snoop because of the fact that, like, you know what I'm saying, he really, like, he knows music. You know what I'm saying? His palette and his understanding of what's going on. Right. Like, I would, you know what I'm saying, if I was an artist, like, let's say me and you get a, you know what I'm saying, we start a group, we start rapping and shit, and then like Snoop was like, hey, yo, dog, I like what you do around here, you know what I'm saying? You come into the studio, you know, you gotta smoke a little L with me, and then we gonna write some rhymes. Like, fuck yeah, Snoop. Right. Fuck yeah, we'll do that. But I mean, but realistically though, like, he gets things sonically. Like, yeah, you can put him in anything and he can do it. Again, I wouldn't necessarily say he's, you know, my greatest, but the argument can be made. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? As far as the longevity, you know what I'm saying? Because even as great as Jay-Z is, and there's no diss to Jay-Z, but he's not as malleable as Snoop is. Right. In my opinion.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. You know what I mean? He may not be my top, but the argument can be made. Yeah. His career, his longevity, you know, the hits. You know what I mean? I don't think the GOAT thing has anything to do with how much money you got. I don't think we should ever include that.
Oh yeah, he got more money, so he better. Like, shut the fuck up. I mean, if that's the truth, then Drake would be number one, right?
Exactly. Drake is definitely not number one.
No.
So, you know, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. You know, what do you think should make up someone who has GOAT status? You know what I mean? Greatest of all time status. You know what I mean? I think that people like Kendrick, you know, I think he is definitely in that right category of being a GOAT. You know what I mean? He's got the longevity. He's got the lyricism. He's, you know, been through the battles. You know what I mean?
Well, so, the feat that he just pulled off too.
Yeah.
Really, because that's, you know, just like what someone was saying, that was the first time an independent beat a, you know, a mainstream. I mean, they're both mainstream, but he was independent. you know, in quotation marks, because it's still run by UMC.
Yeah.
But he was an independent artist versus someone that was like in the industry. You know what I'm saying? They got the industry backing him and got all these giants.
Yeah.
So he literally took down a giant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's definitely earned that title. You know what I mean? Would you say that somebody like J. Cole could be in the GOAT conversation?
I mean, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I would venture to maybe say yeah. I think he might be on the lower end, not to knock no one. Because I mean he's not as active and outside like other people,
Right.
which is fine. He kind of like does this and then he kind of keeps to himself. He comes out every once in a while, like even when my girl when she was before we was together, she was in Charlotte, and she actually ran into him like it was like a strip club. Her and her friends, you know, they was like hanging out, and this is way before I was in the picture. And J. Cole was just there. He was just sitting there, no bodyguards, nothing.
Yeah,
And
he does seem like
they walked up to him and they talked to him and said, yeah, and they had another friend that he listened to J. Cole every day, like, da, da, da. I said, yeah, man. So this guy wants to meet you, and man, you're his inspiration. And they turned around, and nigga gone. And my man was like, and then, and then my man was like, and they was like, why you do that? And he was like, nah, I can't do that because I don't want to ruin the moment. But I mean, I guess I get it. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think he would be. I think he would be on the lower end because he's kind of like the Kid. I mean, Kendrick is out there, but I mean, in a big way. But they're kind of like the same.
Yeah.
But it's just Kendrick got a little edge on him on that, in my opinion.
Yeah, certainly understand.
As far as like at least on the optics side, now on the lyric side, it might be, it might go either way. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I mean, I would definitely consider Cole. I don't know. Like you said, he might be on the lower side, but he's definitely got the longevity because he's been in the game at least 15, maybe 17 years now. And he is one of the top lyricists. But a lot of people feel like he should not be in that conversation anymore because he bowed out of the battle. And so that's the part that would be like a toss up. Like, do we consider that, or was that just him saying, "I'm gonna back out because I know this is more about Drake"?
Nah, because really, he was on the "We Still Don't Trust You" album, so evidently he kind of picked his side, whether he wants to admit it to it or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So like it was like, hey, how do I get on this album with these other people talking about you?
Right.
Hey, I gotta get the money, man. I mean, fuck. You done the same thing, Drake. Exactly. You done the same Drake. Sorry. Just shoot, man.
But
anyway.
So speaking of Drake, we can kind of get into some topics here. So is there? I know you kind of posed this question. Is there a comeback for Drake after this whole Kendrick situation? Can he bounce back? Is that what your question was?
Well, yeah. I'm going to shout out Thought Crimes for this one. They're saying that it could possibly be a round two because Drake is really trying to fight hard to just stay in that spot. But it's just like the gig is up. It's like, man, you copy everybody. Right. You don't have a original. Like, who the fuck are you? You just like this copy and paste ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? No offense. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. At the same time, too, like I will say this: when I was in when I went to G Tech, when I was doing like the recording studio stuff. I forgot that it was like for the boards and all that stuff. I was trying to major in that. It didn't pan out. But you know, we were doing songwriting and publishing. I wrote this song called, you know, We Country Boys.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So me and this one guy, shout out to Space, wherever you at. Um, you know, we wrote the song and I wanted to go in the direction to like, hey, what would Ice Cube say to this? You know what I'm saying? Now listen, that's inspiration. That's not taking the style.
Right.
That's just saying, hey, I'm gonna write this down. What would this person say?
Right.
That's inspiration. A lot of people do that. Like, hey, if I'm playing an instrument and or something like that, hey, how would this person, like maybe like a Jimi Hendrix, you know, how would he convey this message? So like now I'll write it, you know, like he would write it, or at least I feel that he would write it. That's inspiration. The problem with Drake is like, yeah, I see that style. You're getting big, you're popular. Come under my wing.
Right.
Nah, I take your style. Let me use that for a minute. Ha ha. And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's really disingenuous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would throw the case, you know, of like, hey, if Drake was in there like really saying, hey, well, how would this person say it? You know what I'm saying? And then I could be like, oh, okay. But it's almost like he was giving too many breaks and things. And now he's up there trying to, you know, get that back. And it's like, really, you kind of lost it.
Right, right.
Yeah, so I don't know what this second round is going to entail, but I mean, it's definitely going. I don't know, man. It's definitely going to be worse than what he did to Meek Mill.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So at least with Meek, even though I mean, and Meek got allegedly pounded by P Diddy. I mean, pounded, like drilled, pause. You know what I'm saying? And his brand ain't as bad as Drake right now. You know what I'm saying?
There is like an audio soundbite out there where it's supposed to be Meek Mill getting pounded.
I mean,
that's just funny as hell.
That nigga about to pull. Time take care of you, daddy. I'm like, yo, that is just my man. Look, he was ward up.
Exactly. So, I don't know, man, but you know that's an interesting, you know, question. You know, I think you're right. I think Drake, if he keeps trying to do that same old thing, it's going to fail. It's going to slowly just decline. So if he wants to get the respect, he's going to have to, quote unquote, come harder than that. You know what I mean?
Pause.
I don't even need to pause. Huh?
Yeah.
Ain't no gay shit on my mind. I ain't gotta say pause because ain't no gay shit on my mind. But yeah, I mean, you know, I can go either way with pause. I don't really care. You know,
I'm just.
I don't think it's necessary though. But you know, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. You know, can Drake come back and for round two and really reestablish himself? Because I think the public now has a perception of him.
Yeah.
Now that stuff has been revealed, which also, what you call it, reference track came out from Lil Boosie for Drake.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, damn, that was within the past week or two.
Oh, that's funny you mentioned Lil Boosie too, because you know and you mentioned Soldier Boy. You know, he had his birthday and stuff. Soldier Boy was talking about, you know, not going on Vlad because every time I go on Vlad, you get caught and arrested. Right. I think he recently in some trouble with the law now.
I don't doubt it, man.
And Soldier Boy's like, nah, move away from him. Right. Something ain't right.
Can't keep fucking with Vlad.
Yeah, man. So it's just kind of funny that you mentioned that.
You're right though. Shit always go left.
Yeah.
You leave that show, man. And he asked them probing questions.
Yeah. You know so just where were you at the night of?
Right.
Yeah. It's like
for the sake of hip hop. Where were you on the night of June 13th?
Yeah. It's like, yo.
Any kind of blood spill that night? You know, for the sake of hip hop, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like crazy, man. Like, why would you, you know?
But you know what it is, man? Vlad be paying them for them interviews. You know what I mean? He be paying them like 10, 15,000 an interview. Mm-hmm. And so most of them just like, you know, I need a little money in my pocket, so let me go ahead and just grab a bag from Vlad And I'm sorry, I'm not compromising myself. You know what I mean?
I thought he wasn't paying for those interviews because that's one thing that he probably have to pay now because I mean because that's what Dame Dash was alluding to. Like, nah, he don't even pay for the interview. He just say like, yeah, you get your name out there in marketing and people grow. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even paying.
I think I've heard Vlad talk about that shit, but either way, I'll have to look into that. But
Yeah,
unless he stopped doing it.
yeah.
But either way, like I said, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think for that, Drake's comeback. If you're a Drake fan, you're probably still going to be a Drake fan to a certain degree.
Oh yeah.
But do you think he's going to make a strong enough comeback to stay dominant in the mainstream field? You know what I mean?
Well,
that kind of thing.
And I will say this, and then we'll go on to our other topic. But I think with the problem with Drake is and he has two things working against him. He really need to not be so petty and really look at it to where like, you know what? I lost. I lost bad. But you know what? I made history. Me and Kendrick is gonna be because they're pretty much like Big and Pac, Nas and Jay. Like they're gonna be forever, forever cemented in that. So I mean, to me, if I was a Drake, I would at least be like, you know what, I can come to terms with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, he really need to take. He do really need to step back and take time, to really get some people around him that's really going to brand him properly. Because I think the people that's with him are not doing that
right
at all. At all. And then, but I think there's another factor that deal that he signed. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much signed his life away. I mean, not that, yeah, that $400 million contract. Yeah, they want that. Man, listen. I don't want to, I'll say these RSAs. And I'm speaking in code. These RSAs want that money. let me explain. Let me say that right now. They want that.
Absolutely.
They want that. They got to make back on that investment. So I think he probably got that pressure too.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel for him in a way because it's like, man, you got this, and then you got these accusations. Like what can it's like wham wham, like wham wham.
So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out, but if the people who were giving him the 400 mil, hopefully they ain't giving the whole thing yet, because he may not be able to make good on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They might be like, look, we'll give you half, because I don't think you're gonna make that other 200 mil.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we got a couple more topics to run through with y'all, so stick with us.
All right.
Recently, KRS-One did a freestyle, and this freestyle he was doing a timeline of things that happened since the beginning of hip hop in 1973. And so a lot of people got upset because they felt like some of his facts, or whatever he called facts, were incorrect, and that it didn't happen in that right time frame. So I'm going to go through the list of things that he said, and then we're going to try to research and we're going to give our opinions on that. So one thing he said in 1973, Kool Herc comes out for all to see, which that seems about accurate. Now, that was when Kool Herc did his first big party. He had done, I think, a party before that, but that was when he first got noticed, and I think he realized, okay, we can go somewhere with this. So I think that one may be accurate, 1973. He said 1974, the Zulu Nation brings peace over war. So that's one that I'm not sure about. I know there was that one time when Africa Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation basically pulled a Farrakhan type move and just said, let's end the gang violence and let's make it peace, and let's get into this hip hop music and stuff like that, where we can, if we want to battle, we can battle lyrically instead of physically. And so he kind of did help to do that. Now, KRS is saying that that happened in '74. I don't know for sure. If you want to look that up and see if we can find any factoids about that, about when that might have taken place.
Okay, so according to Google, the Zulu Nation formed 1974. I guess that supposed to be formed in 1980
Right.
by African Bambaataa in New York. Was decisive in bringing together youth of hip hop culture as a positive outlet in the social movement, and doing so countered gang violence.
Okay.
Okay.
So that could be true then. I mean, it's Google, so it could be wrong, but
Yeah, definitely
that's
could
what
be.
Google say. Any other articles that say anything different?
Definitely could be. Okay, so there's another one. While it may not be widely acknowledged, 1974 is often considered the birth year of hip hop. See,
Nah.
misinformation.
Yeah,
Born
misinformation.
in the streets of Bronx, New York, hip hop music and culture spread worldwide. One of the first acknowledges forms of true hip hop, and our DJ Cool Herc is credited with being the first hip hop DJ.
All
So,
right. So far, we got one article saying that the Zulu Nation started in '74 and they had a mission to end gang violence. So that could be accurate. I'm not sure. We don't know. We haven't found anything with an exact date. So I'm going to just put a question mark behind that one.
okay.
Next one, 1975, Crazy Legs. He said Rock Steady goes live. Now, I feel like they might have been doing their thing before that. I'm not sure. Can you look up maybe when the Rocksteady crew formed and their background? See if we can find anything on that. So that is an interesting situation there. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were doing their thing in the mid '70s, but I feel like they might have been out before that, but I don't know.
Okay, it said 1975.
Yeah, he said 1975.
Okay, now this is saying 1977, which
Okay.
1977 is also another infamous year about the HIV virus.
Mm,
So, yeah.
okay.
But not to get into that. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
because we don't want to go there. Okay,
so far, online sources are saying that the Rocksteady crew didn't start until '77.
okay.
Even though KRS says '75.
Okay, initially formed in the Bronx, New York in 1977 by the B-Boys Jimmy D and Jimmy Lee. The Manhattan branch was created by Crazy Legs and Boy Fresh. So they weren't even from, well, it's not saying that they're not from the Bronx,
Yeah.
but they're not even, but it looks like they wasn't really a part of the original Bronx set.
Yeah, they were.
And I might be wrong with it. Yeah. So
Any other articles talking
let
about
me
it?
check out the Wikipedia. Okay. So let me see here. Okay, Rocksteady Crew is an American breaking and hip hop group which has become a franchise for multiple groups in other locations. The group's 93 international hit song, Hey You, the Rocksteady Crew, formed the group's first studio album, Ready for Battle, peaked at number 6 on the UK single charts, and reached the top 10 in many European countries. Members of Rocksteady Crews featured in the films of Flashdance, can't read, and Beat Street, which ignited international interest in the b-boy subculture. Okay, notable members: DJ P, Crazy Legs, DJ Cucumber Slice, DJ Qbert, wow, Fever One, Mad Child, Mr. Wiggles, Q Unique, Rozelle, Tony Touch, East 3, Skilroy, Jeffrey Green, Doze, Buck 4, R.I.P, and
I don't think I realized that Tony Touch was part of that.
Karuki, R.I.P. Former members Micro Mix, aka Craig Hunter, Austin Freeze, Mix Master Mike. Now I've heard that name. Yeah, King Swift, Rhythmatic, and Daisy Castro, aka Baby Love, lead vocals on Hey You, the Rocksteady Crew. So they got two. Oh, they actually had two albums. Ready for Battle in '84 and 30 Years to the Day, True Mental's Music 2007. Let's see. They got appearance references. I was trying to see what. Okay, they don't have too much. So yeah, that was a pretty good read.
Yeah, yeah.
So 97. I mean 1977. Sorry. Dang. Yeah, I'm the B.
So far, we know that KRS was wrong about that one. Instead of 75, which is what he said, it's actually 77. So he said in 76, we got Grandmaster Flash comes with the scratch in the mix. That was his bar. 76, Grandmaster Flash comes with the scratch in the mix. Now,
Wait a minute. Actually, that's wrong within itself because
a lot of people were mad at that one because a lot of people saying Grand Wizard
Theodore
created the scratch, and that would have been before that. And also, just to mention, I meant to mention this earlier before we started going through the whole list, but the first person to do a live response to this was Scorpio from the Furious Five.
Yep.
He did a video where he said basically, KRS, with all respect, I love you, but a lot of what you said was incorrect. Scorpio gave him credit for two things: the 1973 for Cool Herc, and then one other one, which is Sugar Hill Gang in '79.
Well, now he's actually right about the year of him coming out in '76.
Okay.
So I will give. So I guess
what
since
about Grandmaster Fly? Grand Wizard Theodore. Look him up and see when he came out.
Well, let's do this. Did Grandmaster Flash?
Oh yeah, we can
invented the scratch.
Yep. Now I know Flash was integral in that process. I think that Flash created something a part of scratching, but I don't think he did the whole scratching origin. I don't know if he did the origin. I think he started learning how to, do little tricks with the scratching, and he invented certain things.
But I ain't gonna lie, my Flash is a fucking monster when it comes to that scratching. Like the man when he did that shit for I forgot they had all the DJs in there like Premier, Jazzy Jeff. It wasn't even the hip hop 50. I forgot what it was. I said Flash just dropped that shit. I'm like, God damn. Cute. But okay, so here it goes, scratching. Although the invention of record scratching as a form of adding to the musical entertainment is generally credited to Grand Wizard Theodore. Grandmaster Flash perfected the technique and brought it to new audience. Okay. So even though, but see, that's the thing. So I'm thinking KRS-One was saying like he made it, like Flash made it popular.
Yeah.
But he definitely did not invent it.
Right. And his exact words were Grandmaster Flash comes with the scratch in the mix. So, based on his words, his choice of words, he didn't say created, but maybe because he made it a little more popular. So we'll leave that one alone then. I'll put a check mark next to that one. So 1977, he said the word hip hop came out of heaven.
Okay.
So I know that I believe Cowboy, is credited with creating the word hip hop. It was like a back and forth between like maybe Melly Mel and Cowboy, and they were arguing or having a conversation. And I think Cowboy supposedly came up with the word hip hop. Now KRS is saying that would have been in '77. So let's see what we can find based on that.
Okay, Keith Cowboy Wiggins, a member of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, has been credited with coining the term in 1978 while teasing a friend who had just joined the U.S. Army by scat singing. In alternation, they made words up, the made up words hip and hop in a way to mimic the rhythmic cadence of marching soldiers. Like, so I'm guessing I'm saying like the 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like 1, 2, 1, 2, like hip hop, hip hop.
So he was kind of joking.
Yeah.
Like joke. But they're saying 78. Any other articles that make
okay? Let's see here. The hip hop. They're saying the hip hop started in '97. Nah, they actually got August 11, '73. Okay. So that's when it started. Who invented hip hop in '73? Cool Herc, we got that. When did hip hop popularize?
Might have to rephrase it.
The late '90s, man. That's good. Who really started hip hop? Blah. That's Cool Hurt. Which why did they do why they do this? Why they do this? Why they do this?
They talking about
Yerk, and they got a picture of a LL Cool. Y'all niggas.
What y'all think of this?
Y'all niggas. I listen. Yeah, listen. I'm calling y'all niggas, and I don't mean that shit in a good way.
This is why you can't always trust the internet.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's like, oh, they're black. That's all right. Just put another random black person on there. It'll be all right. I don't know.
Do me a favor though. Let's try this search. Put in, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
The origin of the term hip hop.
Okay.
You know, see if that one may be more specific because they're going into hip hop as a culture, not the word more so.
Actually, it comes up.
Oh, okay.
Origin of the term hip hop. As for the evolution. Okay. The term hip hop is often attributed to Keith Cowboy Wiggins, a member of the rap group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five in 1978.
78.
According to the story, Wiggins was singing hip hop to mimic the sounds of marching soldiers while teasing a friend who just joined the army. Wiggins later incorporated those cadence into his stage performance, and the term became a signature part of some songs, eventually popularized by the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper Delight. So they're saying 78.
You know what I mean? Any other articles coming up that might say anything
Let's see. How did Hop get his? Okay, what is the?
They on some other shit.
Oh no, we're not doing that. That's weird. Okay, who invented the name hip hop? What is they're still going with the Keith Cowboy. What is the meaning of the word hip hop? A cultural movement associated with, especially with rap music. Wow, really generic.
Right.
The stylistic rhythm music that commonly accompanies rap, also rap together with this music. What the fuck?
Wow. They're saying 78.
Yeah. So, we're gonna say 78. So KRS was kind of off a year.
Yeah, he said 77, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't really say that's. I mean, because then you got to understand too. KRS-One is like what in his 60s, so you know, so like a 77, 78. That's like a year that runs together. I mean, I'm not trying to give KRS-One an out. Right. I'm just saying that's probably what he was like. Yeah, it's probably around 77, 78. So he probably went with the closest year.
But you know what? Scorpio did make a good point about that. He was like, if you're going to be the teacher, you should have exact facts because people are going to run with whatever you say. You know what I mean? And they may not look to see what the real deal is. So, you know, maybe KRS-One has some information that he can show why it might have started at 77 versus 78. You know, hopefully he'll respond to all of this because MC Debbie D, she also said in the comments of Scorpio's video that she agreed that KRS-One was wrong. And Raheem as well from the Furious Five commented in the same video saying he agreed as well.
All right.
But let us continue. He said 1978, Cold Crush Brothers digging in the crates. So, you know, he wasn't specific, but it sounds like he's saying that's when the Cold Crush Brothers came out. That does sound about right, but I don't know. I feel like Cold Crush might have been more like 77. So see if you can find any information on the origin of the Cold Crush Brothers.
Okay. 1978.
78? Okay.
The Cold Crush Brothers, a pioneering hip hop group formed in the Bronx, New York City, 1978. The original member was DJ Tony Tone, Easy AD, DJ Charlie Chase, Mr. T, Whipper Whip, and Dada Rock. The group was known for their memorable routines that include harmonies, melodies, and stage performance. Wait a minute, where is my man? Yeah, Grandmaster Caz, because that was his group.
Yes, he was.
Unless he was called something else.
He was called Casanova Fly.
Yeah.
That's where Caz came from, but
yeah,
they didn't even mention that.
Yeah. So let's check out the Wikipedia.
All right.
Okay. So, yep, it was. They stated its form in '98. They're especially known for their memorable routines, including harmonies and melodies, stage stomping performance. This Cold Crush Brothers still perform in the United States as of 2023.
So everything that we seen online is agreeing with KRS that it was 78. So I guess we'll leave that one alone. So far, we got one that we feel like might be completely incorrect, which is the 1975 with Crazy Legs and the Rocksteady Crew. And then the one about the word hip hop, he said 77, but online it's saying 78. So we'll see. Then he said 1979. That's when the Sugar Hill Gang came along.
Oh, real quick, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out.
Good.
Just about the Cold Crush Brothers. Okay, they were saying that Charlie Chase brought in Grandmaster Caz, formerly DJ Casanova Fly,
Gotcha.
Almighty KG, and JDL to fill the vacancy in the lineup. Money Ray would be added into the group in the late '80s. So I'm thinking, Whip a Whip and Battle Rock will lead the Cold Crush Brothers and join Grand Wizard Theodore and the Fantastic Five. Oh, that's when that
okay.
Because they had that. Remember the the battle.
Yeah.
So damn, they literally battling teammates and group members. Damn, that's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
But anyway, so yeah, that's interesting. You know what I mean about the Cold Crush. So it sounds like KRS may be correct on that one. Like I said, the next one was 1979. He said that's when the Sugar Hill Gang came out. I believe that is correct, but you can double check that. I know that was when their music started getting official on the record label. So I wonder if they had anything before that. Maybe where they weren't so official, you know what I mean? Because I know the Furious Five, they were before that. The Furious Five just went under a different name.
Oh yeah.
So
let's see, when did the
Sugar Hill Gang?
Oh, okay. Okay, the Sugar Hill Gang, an American hip hop group formed in Inglewood, New Jersey in 1979 and released their first single, Rappers Delight, the same year. The song is considered a pioneer of the hip hop and is credited with launching the genre as a viable form of recorded music. It was the first song to reach Billboard Hot, or first rap song to reach Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 36 in January 1980 and sold around 14 million copies.
Okay.
Damn, that is crazy. Yeah. For peaking at 36 and it sold that much?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, that got to show you how much of the talent was. So he said 1979.
Mm-hmm.
That is. He's saying
so that was
79.
one of the ones I was like, yeah, I think he's right about that, and I think Scorpio said he agreed with that as well.
Yeah.
So in 1980, he said that's when we get Busy Bee and the Mercedes Ladies.
Bomb to the bottom.
I looked up Busy Bee, and it said Busy Bee's been active since '77. From what I saw.
And the Mercedes?
Well, they're separate groups, but he's saying that they both just came out around, so you might have to look them up separate. But yeah, if you look up Busy Bee, I think it says he came out in '77. Let's start with him just to be on the safe side. Let's see what we got for the Chief Rocker, Busy Bee Starsky.
1977.
Yeah. So
first coming on the New York music scene in 1977, Busy Bee worked with many of hip hop founding fathers, including Melly Mel, Africa Bambaataa, and Cool DJ AJ. Oh yeah, AJ. And they got AJ Scratch.
Probably so. Probably
Bronx.
the same one.
Yeah.
So the online is saying 77. KRS said he came out in 1980. So let's try the Mercedes Ladies and see when they came out.
That is crazy, man. And then on top of that, Busy Bee performed with KRS-One.
Yeah.
Like when in 2003, like Busy Bee was kind of like his hype, man. It was dope.
Yeah.
Man, I should have. Man, look.
I feel like the Mercedes Ladies were in the '70s too.
Let's see.
So
Mercedes. Damn, I can't remember. M-E.
Mercedes.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Trinity High School, so can't spell worse shit. Let's see, Mercedes ladies. Okay, maybe should. When did the Mercedes ladies form? Okay, okay. The Mercedes ladies, which consisted of Sherry Cher, DJ R.D. Smiley, Tracy T, Eva Death, Zena Z, DJ Les Spark, and DJ Baby D, were found Sarah 1976 through 1979, making them the first all-female rap group. Wow.
So 76 to 79. So that's another one where it seems like KRS is incorrect. Because he said they came out in the 80s. 1980, I should say, not the 80s. 1980.
Oh, okay.
He said 1981, Funky 4 plus one more. So let's see when they came out. Because I feel like they were out in the 70s as well. I think they were like 79 or 78. Because if I remember correctly, they appeared on Saturday Night Live in the 70s.
I think that one.
I could be wrong.
Now I think that episode. Now you might be right because you're older than me, but I think that one was in '81.
Okay.
The Saturday Night Live joint.
Well, let's just see what year the Funky 4 plus one came out. I think we had the Funky 4 first, and then the plus one more, I think, might have come later. But let's see. Let's see what it says. We just looking for facts.
Yep.
So we appreciate y'all checking us out.
Okay, 1976.
76.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
Okay.
I remember them being out in the 70s.
Okay, so they were the first hip hop group to receive a record deal, as well as the first to perform on live national TV. And the group was also the first to start selling their records commercially. Their group was also notable for being to have the first woman MC shout rock.
I think that's talking about the Saturday Night Live. Is that the Saturday Night Live thing?
Wait a minute. Let's see.
February 14th,
1981, the Funky 4 plus 1 made history when they performed That's the Joint. I love that
Saturday Night Live, yeah.
So
that's probably where KRS got the 81 from. That's just when they made a public appearance on Saturday Night Live, but they were out before that.
Yeah.
So, we gotta give you an X for that one, KRS. So, okay, so next one, 1982. This is another one I believe he is wrong about. I looked this up myself. He said 1982, Wild Style comes to a theater near you. I believe Wild Style came out in 83.
And that's what it exactly says, 83.
Yeah. So,
my birth year.
Yeah. So Wild Style came out in 83. So another one KRS is incorrect on.
But IMDb says 82.
Okay.
And then the YouTube joint, they got the full movie here. They said 82, but it also has in 80. Okay, so this he might be right because it said released theatrically in September of 1982.
And this says November 83 release date. So it's like the internet's giving some back and forth. Some
So I think he might actually be. I think it. I mean, I'll give that one like a half because like he's probably right as far as like, well, it probably was. They probably released the trailer and stuff so people can look at it before they actually released it. So I'm thinking, so that might be right.
Yeah, and I plan on getting an official copy of that. So maybe on the movie copy, the DVD, it'll probably tell you what year, in the credits or whatever. So I have to check that out when I get that.
And then really too with this, what we probably need to do, maybe have someone that's, if we could maybe get someone, I'm just requesting. I don't know if it'll happen, but if we get someone that's like know how the movie scene works.
Yeah.
So like when someone says theatrically, does that mean it's in theaters or people are screening this movie first,
Right.
then it comes to theaters? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. So we gotta get some real hardcore facts on that. So I will definitely come back with y'all on that one. All right. So he said in 1983, that's when we get Run DMC. I don't know for sure.
I don't think that's right
It
neither.
sounds close, but I don't know if that's the exact date. So let's see what we get.
Because I think they actually formed in '81.
Okay, okay.
And I learned that from when I was a barber. Okay, when did let's see. And sorry for the awkward silence.
Nah, you good, man. You good.
Okay, Run DMC.
Let's see what we got.
Why are there not?
KRS says 83.
Okay, their Wikipedia is saying 83.
83, okay.
But I want to say because that's another thing too. Run was running with Curtis Blow.
Right, right. He was his DJ.
You know, so
yeah.
I want to yeah. I mean, maybe officially 83, but I think they was actually 81.
Okay.
But for Wikipedia, I'm going to say yeah. KRS One's right on that. Because maybe some other, because that's what I'm saying, some of this internet stuff, and that's why it's important for us to really make sure our culture's intact. Because if we're not telling our stories, they're going to tell it and they're going to fuck it up, obviously.
But you know what? Hold on. Because I remember, what was the song where he's like, these routines like 1983? That was, I think, in Tougher Than Leather, I think. And they were definitely out before that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might have been 81.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. What was their first album? Their first album, was it Raised in Hell? No, it was...
Let's see.
What was their... let's see what the dates of the album releases are.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Because they might actually have the...
Right.
The actual... Okay, let's see. Yeah, discography. Run DMC... okay, that's the self-titled one. 1984. Okay, King of Rock. It's 85. Raising Hell. 86. Tougher Than Leather. 88. Back from Hell. 90. Down with the King.
93. I remember that.
And Crown Royal. Okay. Music videos. Rock Box. Yeah.
He might be right on that one. So the earliest album we can find from them is 84, but I'm sure they were making music before that, so maybe 83 is correct.
And then, yeah. I mean,
so we'll have to do some more research to make sure, because we want to make sure we're 100% on all of this.
All right.
So next one is 1984. LL Cool J walks through the door.
Okay.
I feel like that might be accurate. It was either 84 or 85 for LL.
Cool J. Okay.
For me, it was either 84 or 85.
84.
84.
Taking the stage name of LL Cool J, Lady Love Cool James at age 16. Smith signed with fleeting rap label Def Jam in 1984. Distinguished by hard, fast, sinuous rhymes and artful, arrogant phrasing of his first single, I Need a Beat, sold more than 100,000 copies.
So, according to online sources, they're saying 84. So, that's what KRS said.
The next question for this is Cool J the first rapper of Def Jam?
I don't think so, because wasn't Run DMC on there before him?
Mm-mm.
I could have swore they were.
Ain't there a guy, ain't there someone called like special, was it Tila Rock?
Tila Rock.
It's yours.
Yeah, and he was out before LL,
but if you look at there's something about, hold on, let me I gotta pull this shit up.
Yeah,
so when Tila Rock, when they had the album, I think it was either Tila Rock and then like L.A. Sunshine. They were really technically the first artists of Def Jam. Actually, matter of fact, was LL Cool
And
J.
we finding out some facts, y'all. Appreciate y'all checking us out and staying with us.
Was
This is an interesting topic, when it comes to hip hop. Yeah, I mean, it's important to know, these facts and things like that. So we take pride in that. You know what I mean? We don't want to just say, oh, yeah, it was somewhere around there. That's, you know, to us, it's more important to know as best we can 100% facts.
okay. They're saying the internet saying for the Cool J was the first one,
Okay,
but
okay.
that's what the internet's saying. That's bullshit
Yeah, it seems
because
weird.
Tila Rock, uh, yeah, Tila Rock is really like the. I mean, I think Cool J gets the credit for it. Don't get me wrong, but I think Tila Rock was actually the one that was actually the first Def
Okay,
Jam artist.
okay.
So hold on, is Tila Rock the first Def Jam artist? Because they had like something like on the record, like it was Sunshine or something. Okay, Rock and Jazzy J, It's Yours, the very first Def Jam release wasn't DJ 001, LL Cool J, I Need a Beat, but Tila Rock and Jazzy Jeff, It's Yours, which came out in January the same year. I don't understand how they were saying that.
Yeah.
Let's see, who was Def Jam's? Let me see. Tila Rock, Terry Ronnie Keaton, owned by the stage name of Tila Rock. Best known with his collaboration with Def Jam recording co-founder Rick Rubin and the 1984 single "It's Yours."
Yeah. It's yours.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know either, man. But if we find any more on that, we'll go
Yeah,
from
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
But that's what they're saying. Saying LL came out in '84. So far, the internet seems to agree with that. He said 1985, Roxanne Shante and UTFO is live. I feel like that was '84. I might be wrong, but let me know what you can find. Maybe we can look up the UTFO song and the Roxanne song and see what dates they came out. Hers was called Roxanne's Revenge, and theirs was just called Roxanne Roxanne.
UTFO debut. Oh wait a minute, they're saying it was released in 1985. Hold on, when did UT? Let me do this. When did UTFO formed? 1983.
Okay.
The group formed in the early 80s and was originally known as UFO. However, the name was taken by an English rock band, so they were forced to change it to UTFO.
What about Roxanne Shante? See when she came out.
Yeah.
I feel like the Roxanne songs were '84. He's saying '85, which I might be wrong, but just based on my memory, it feels like it was more like '84.
Okay. Tay. 1984.
84.
Roxanne Revenge is a debut single by American rapper Roxanne Shante. It was produced by then an unknown Marley Marl and released in '84.
Okay, so he's saying '85, so we can give him another X for that one.
Alrighty.
And the last one, he just said '86, KRS-One, Scott LaRock in the mix, which
I think
that's him. So I believe
did
'86 was right. You know what I mean? I'm sure he know his
BDP?
own shit.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead formed.
Yeah, I believe he's right on that. But I'm sure he would know his own shit.
No, not that one. Dang, they talking about something else. Boogie Down Productions. Okay. Okay, when did Boogie? 86.
86. All right.
So, yeah, he got that right.
Yep, and I figured he would know his own shit. So, we got a few things that's questionable. You know what I mean? The Run DMC 83, that's questionable. The Roxanne Shante seems to be completely wrong. The Funky 4 plus more, one more, seems to be completely wrong. The Busy Bee and Mercedes Lady seems to be completely wrong. Um, let's see here. The word hip hop seems to be wrong because he says 77, internet saying 78. Let's see here. Crazy Legs and the Rocksteady Crew, he says 75, but what we're finding is 77. So seems to be wrong on that. When the Zulu Nation bought peace over war, he said that was 74. That's still questionable because we couldn't really find something specific. So those are the ones that he seems to be off about. So I can understand why a lot of people would be a little thrown back about that if they're really, the dates are important to them. You know what I mean? So again, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments, and we'll go from there.
Facts.
So, all right, we got one more topic.
Oh, real quick though, shout out to Scorpio. I really like his approach. I really like the way he handled it. What I was explaining to you before we got on the show, and I'll make this real quick because this ate up a lot of our time. But his approach was great. I felt like it came across genuine, and some of the things he was saying, especially like with the Bronx, like the Bronx kind of got the short end of the stick when it came to hip hop, and honestly, he's right because who we know is rocking the Bronx right now.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I
mean, Scarlett is from the Bronx, but we need more representation than just her. I think there's a couple other people that may be from the Bronx, but nobody who's really representing like that.
Yeah. So I appreciate the response, and I know like he said, he's trying to do it in love, and he just wants everything to be right because not only just for him to get for him, but for KRS One to get it right for all of them. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. And like I said to you too, like people like Lord Jamar, which I stand with, with the whole hip hop thing, he was right, but sometimes his delivery comes out harsh. So it's almost like, some people might have adverse effects to it. But, he's not lying. But like I said, I think Scorpio did a masterful job of explaining things, and so I just want to give that.
Yeah, definitely. I think he approached it perfectly. He made sure that he was clear. Like, this ain't about me trying to have beef with you. It's just that I feel like we need to be accurate about these factoids or whatever. So
Facts.
Makes sense. But yeah, and I was just going to say we have one more category, or not, I should say category, topic.
Well.
I'm saying category because that's what it's called. How we pose the question of, should hip hop have different subcategories? And we have talked about this on the show before. So, that's a good question. I tend to agree with that. I think it's nothing wrong with having subcategories, you know what I mean? Because you got some rap that's a little more pop, you know what I mean? You got underground rap, you know what I mean? So, you got a lot of different things going on. You got battle rap, you know what I mean, where people are only interested in the battle portion of it, you know what I mean? So I think there should be some official categories, you know what I mean? So, you can do heavy metal type rap, punk rap, you know what I mean? So
the thing of it is, rock was just founded by black people, by the way. I'm gonna put that out there. Rock itself, it has subcategories. You wouldn't lump let's say you wouldn't lump like Bryan Adams with Metallica.
right.
They do rock music, but they don't do the same rock music. Right?
Exactly.
So why would you put Nas with Ice Spice.
Right.
It don't make
Nowhere
sense.
near each other.
Yeah, so I mean, and I say this because the whole. I think I shared it on the page. Well, not on the page, but on my personal page of Facebook. The Pitchfork, which has done a horrible job in trying to preserve the culture. Pitchfork put Ice Spice album at 7.6. They gave it a 7.6, and they gave Nas's King Disease, which is literally like the next Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? Picking up where Illmatic left off, talking about a 7.1.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
I don't think it's not fair. Not only for Nas, it's not really doing justice to Ice Spice neither. Right. Because you're saying Ice Spice fans are people my age, and then you're saying Nas fans are people that could be listening to Ice Spice. Yeah. That's disingenuous.
Yeah.
On both fronts. And you know what I'm saying? And I respect both artists, you know what I'm saying? We as hip hop heads, we're truly Nas fans. Ice Spice, that's not really our cup of tea, but she got a couple of records I like and the little vibe joint, whatever. But I wouldn't put them in the same category. That also brings me back to the album that Common and Pete Rock dropped. It's like an adult hip hop album.
Yeah. Definitely.
And it's like you can't lump everybody in this one thing. And, it's good that we're getting that conversation again. I want to give the credit to Joey Badass because Joey Badass really tried to have this conversation. He was really trying to push this, and they kind of snuffed him.
I remember
but,
that.
Yeah, because he was basically saying, "Look, we can't." Him being a young man saying like, "Look, the old school rap is cool, but we cannot not credit people like Travis Scott and what they're doing musically is great." You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you putting these people in the same category, is really disingenuous. It's not
right.
It's not that it's a disservice to both fan bases.
Yeah,
and and that's the whole issue with the whole Method Man and Redman when they did the what was it? Summer Jam. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it's like how are you gonna? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How are you gonna lump? Only people that know Method Man from anything is probably like maybe a couple of acting roles or power, but they're not gonna know him from the Wu. Like what I'm saying, he was a MOTHOD man. Exactly. They ain't gonna know him from that. What I'm saying? So to me, like I said, it's just disingenuous, and that's what I'm saying. You need to subcategorize rap.
I agree.
Period.
I definitely agree because certain people you just can't put in the same category. Like you said, Ice Spice and Nas don't belong anywhere near the same category, so they should be looked at different. You can't put Cool G Rap against MC Hammer. You know what I mean?
No.
And they were out around the same time, but it's like they did different types of rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cool G Rap was strictly on that underground. Telling you some real shit that's going on in the neighborhood. MC Hammer was like, I'm trying to appeal to the dancers, and I want to get you hype and energy and all that shit.
And both are good in their own way.
Exactly, they're great in their own way. So
yeah, and that's the problem too. It's just like you said, like these different people, these different artists are great in their own way. But why we gotta lump ourselves? Like, what I'm saying? You wouldn't, lumping like these battle rappers against like, rappers that make little pop tunes. Exactly. I don't think that's fair for both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm saying? It really is not.
And of course, y'all weigh in the comments. We would love to hear from you whether you think hip hop should be in, different subcategories, because we definitely do, and it only makes sense to us. Nobody complained when, like you said, rock got put in the subcategories. You got hard rock, you got soft rock, punk rock, heavy metal, all that shit. You know what I mean? So
I mean, hell, pop is in subcategories.
right.
I mean, there's so much subcategories of music now. It's just crazy.
Exactly. So, but it is what it is, man. But that's all I wanted to say about the categories thing. Did you want to say anything else?
Nah, that's about it. Cause
Okay.
yeah, we're sorry for a lengthy show today, but we, like I said, we had a lot of stuff to cover, especially with the whole KRS-One timeline.
Yeah.
And I want to also apologize for episode 11 being short because, like, I was halfway asleep. So I want to apologize for that.
Oh, it's all good.
But yeah, this one has been this has really been a good discussion. And I hope we get some more discussion and things out of it because,
Facts.
I mean, these are the discussions that we really need to have as a people.
Exactly.
And, to actually, move things forward and like, hey, look, I don't think this is right. I don't think it's, again, like, how can you put, Ice Spice and Nas in the same box of things?
You just
can't.
You just can't.
Can't.
So, again, we appreciate y'all for checking us out. Please don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters. We need funds.
Allocated. Nigga, please.
Go to school.
Nigga, please. Oh, speaking of which, so I want to say this before we go. So I want to shout out King Randall. There was, and not to get over because we don't really want to delve into that anymore. But the guy that we try to mock or try to model ourselves after, Dr. Umar Johnson. People was like vocal about like, yeah, King Randall, he got his school and stuff, and he's doing this, and and King Rand, they were kind of comparing him to, Dr. Umar Johnson. He ain't got his school yet, but like King Randall, he got his, and King Randall was like respectfully saying like, hey, you know what? We do different things. And I remember him saying that, especially when he talked to Boyce Watkins, like, hey, we do different things. Hey, whatever he does, I don't have no beef with that. I'm over here doing this. I'm working with the kids. Well, he actually he wanted Dr. Umar Johnson to come and talk to the boys. And gave them I think $2,500 advance and like to fly him out to come.
Okay.
He did not show up.
Mm.
He did not show up. And then King Randall was like, well, I said, I mean, I understand you couldn't show up. It was like the day before he just pulled out. So I understand you're not coming up, but can you at least, give me my money back?
Right.
And then
exactly.
Dr. Umar Johnson was like, nigga, please.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
So
yeah, he look into that.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, man. So he been throwing some like respectfully he been throwing shots, but yeah. So we may not get to school. I'm just gonna leave it in. We may not get to school.
But anyway, for Layers of the Culture, episode 12. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.